So just like yesterday, we're going to start with some dictionary work. Read through the words on the left and match them to the meanings on the right, which are in a different order. Some of these words can have different meanings in different contexts, so we're thinking about what they mean in this poem. The correct meanings are dwelt, means lived, thronging, means crowding round, hearkening, listening to, cropping, biting and eating, surged, to flood towards something, and plunging, striking or rushing. So we're ready to read through the rest of the poem now. But only a host of phantom listeners that dwelt in the lone house then stood listening in the quiet of the moonlight to that voice from the world of men, stood thronging the faint moonbeams on the dark stair that goes down to the empty hall, hearkening in an air stirred and shaken by the lonely traveller's call. And he felt in his heart their strangeness, their stillness answering his cry, while his horse moved, cropping the dark turf, neath the starred and leafy sky. For he suddenly smote on the door even louder and lifted his head. "Tell them I came, and no one answered, that I kept my word," he said. Never the least stir made the listeners, though every word he spake fell echoing through the shadowiness of the still house, from the one man left awake. Aye, they heard his foot on the stirrup, and the sound of iron on stone, and how the silence surged softly backward when the plunging hoofs were gone. How would you describe the atmosphere of this poem? Pause the video and jot down 2 or 3 words. Words that came into my head were mysterious, eerie and unsettling. We don't know who the traveller is, or where he came from, or why he's come back to the lonely, deserted house. I wonder how the traveller feels when he knocks on the door of the house. Perhaps he's nervous and scared, but he also seems quite determined or even impatient. He doesn't just knock once, he knocks again and then even a 3rd time. I wonder why the poem is called The Listeners, and who or what might be listening to the traveller knocking on the door of the deserted house. So on the website there are some comprehension questions to work through. Remember to read the questions really carefully. If it asks you to give evidence,